All right. So you want to get right to the heart of it,
Right.
right? You've got a ton of stuff to do today, so you don't have time to read through all these documents that you gave us, but you want to get to the bottom of it.
Absolutely.
What are the really important points?
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do today.
That's what we're here for, right? To boil it down.
You handed us, a very interesting collection of documents here about this group that calls themselves the Orange League.
Yeah.
The Orange League.
Interesting name, right?
Very interesting name.
The Orange League, yeah.
And it's not even just like one document.
It's not just like a quick email or something like that. No, it's we've got a speech from their leader.
Okay.
We've got this really intense interrogation report.
Oh, wow.
And then this sort of analytical overview of everything. So we've got a lot to go on here.
Yeah, we've got a very rich set of materials to dive into.
Absolutely.
And so the main thing that we want to try to understand is, what is the deal with the Orange League? What is their story? What are they asking of you? And then, what could be the real implications here based on what we've got? So let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
They came to Earth, it seems.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really a landing.
Not really. No, it sounds like it was more of an unplanned descent.
Yeah.
Crash landing, even.
Yeah, more of crash landing.
And they admit that. They say that their spacecraft did crash a few years back.
Oh, wow.
And they mentioned a particularly strange detail about their pilot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They said, well, during this crash, he got ejected from the spacecraft, and he wound up in a neighbor's water diversion trough.
Can you imagine?
It's hard to believe, right?
I mean, that is so crazy.
I mean, it's like, what are the chances?
You can't even make that up.
It's incredible.
And the thing is, they couldn't even retrieve the pilot.
Yeah, no, that's right. They said that it was impossible to get him out of there.
Sure.
So that really shows how chaotic the situation was when they arrived.
For him, it does. Yeah. Like you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Just what a scene that must have been.
Total chaos.
Total chaos.
And tragedy right away.
Right away.
I mean, the first thing that happens when they get to Earth is they lose their pilot.
Wow.
But in the midst of all that chaos and tragedy,
they
actually express a lot of gratitude to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or whoever it was that you represent that found their wreckage and helped the surviving crew members.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting.
Yeah, so they thank you specifically for securing the survivors, and they also say that you helped connect them with a local family who provided them with shelter for months.
Now, that is a story I want to hear.
Right.
What was that family thinking?
I mean, can you imagine having these strange aliens in your house for months?
Wow.
And you can't tell anybody.
And you can't tell anybody.
Well, yeah, just imagine the stories that they could tell.
Yeah, wow.
But anyway, so yeah. They were very grateful for that because that allowed them to focus on their main goal.
Okay, what was that?
Well, that was to rebuild their ship to get back home to the stars.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really weird.
Okay.
Because the crash wasn't caused by some external event or pilot error like we might think.
What was it?
It was actually a design flaw.
What? A design
flaw? A design flaw.
They messed up.
Yeah, they messed up big time.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, the material that they used to build their ship, this crystal steel.
Crystal steel.
It was put on the wrong way around.
What does that even mean?
So it was transparent from the outside, but totally opaque from the inside.
So they couldn't see out.
That's right. They couldn't see where they were going.
My goodness. How did they even...
And they're sticking with this design.
What?
Yeah. So they're rebuilding the ship with the crystal steel still the wrong way around.
What? Why would they do that?
I don't know. It's bizarre, right?
Yeah. You would think that would be like the first thing they would change.
You would think so.
But I guess there's something else going on there.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if they have different priorities than we do, right?
Yeah, maybe aesthetics are more important to them or...
Right, or maybe there's some internal factor that we don't even understand that makes this inside-out design necessary for them.
Very strange.
Right.
Okay, so they're rebuilding their ship. They need to get all these different parts.
Right.
They're sending out these scouting expeditions. And it doesn't sound like those were easy.
No, not at all.
No.
They mention some pretty serious setbacks.
What kind of setbacks?
Well, they talk about scouting parties that never came back.
Oh, no.
Others that were lost to accidents.
Oh, wow.
And then some that met with what they call mysterious fates.
Mysterious fates. That's a little bit concerning.
Yeah, it's definitely worrying, right?
It's like, what happened to these people?
We don't know. It doesn't say.
Okay.
But it definitely suggests that there are some dangers out there.
Right.
Maybe here on Earth.
Or maybe even
within their own group.
Within their own group.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know.
Okay.
But it's definitely a cause for concern.
Okay. So despite all of these setbacks, they did manage to rebuild their ship.
Yeah. They say the ship is structurally complete.
Okay.
And they believe it's capable of interstellar travel.
Great.
But
there's a but.
They're missing one crucial component.
Oh, what's that?
Propulsion.
They can't get off the ground.
Oh,
wow.
They need something to give them enough thrust to escape Earth's atmosphere.
And I'm guessing they're asking you for that.
You guessed it.
What is it?
Black powder.
Black powder.
Yeah.
Really, black powder?
Black powder. They need it for their combustion tank to generate thrust.
I mean, that's a surprisingly low-tech request for an advanced alien civilization.
Right.
Like,
you'd think they would have something a little more sophisticated
I know.
than black powder.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Makes you wonder if maybe they're limited in what they can get here on Earth.
Or maybe their technology is actually not as advanced as we think it is.
Oh, maybe it's just like a very specific design requirement.
Yeah, it's possible.
And it just so happens that black powder is the best thing for the job.
Exactly.
But I mean, the thing is, black powder is pretty dangerous stuff.
That's true.
You know, it's explosive.
It is.
And so it does make you wonder about their intentions.
Yeah, it's a legitimate concern.
Why do they need this black powder?
Right. What are they going to do with it once they leave Earth?
Exactly.
You know.
It's kind of a little bit of a red flag.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so we have the crash, we have the reversed materials, we have the lost scouts,
right?
We have the black powder request.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's another twist to this story.
Okay.
They mention someone who's not a member of the Orange League.
Oh, who's that?
They call him the Yellow Fur Alien.
The Yellow Fur Alien.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is where things get really complicated. Because according to the Orange League, this Yellow Fur Alien is the one who sabotaged their ship.
Really?
Yeah.
But wait a minute. I thought they said it was a design flaw.
I know that's what they said at first.
So which is it?
Right. It doesn't make sense.
So are they lying?
Well, it's hard to know who to believe.
Right.
But the fact that they're changing their story like this makes you wonder if they're being truthful.
Exactly.
And the way they describe how they treated this yellow fur alien is really disturbing.
What do they do?
Well, in the interrogation report, they say that they exhaustively attempted to extract vital information from him.
Okay.
Which involved messing with his innards.
Oh my God.
And stripping off portions of his spacesuit and skin.
That is barbaric.
It's awful, right?
Awful.
I mean, it's just brutal.
And what did this yellow fur alien say?
Well, he claimed that he just accidentally got on board their ship.
Okay.
And that his government wasn't involved at all.
So he was just like a stowaway?
Basically.
Yeah.
And, you know, even after all of that torture, he stuck to his story.
Wow. So who do we believe?
I don't know. It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a cause for concern.
And where is this yellow fur alien now?
Oh, they say he's imprisoned, deprived of any comforts.
Oh, wow.
And that he's wild and now in a state.
In a state? What does that even mean?
I don't know. It doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound good.
But it definitely sounds like they're not treating him very well.
No. And it sounds like they're trying to wash their hands of the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because they basically just hand him over to you.
Right. They say that they're leaving his fate in your capable hands.
Capable hands. It sounds more like they're just trying to get rid of a problem.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So this is getting really complicated.
It is.
So we have this request for black powder.
Right.
And we have this yellow fur alien who is now your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
What are we supposed to do?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, first of all, should we even give them the black powder?
Right.
I mean, they already lost some of their scouts.
Yeah. Under mysterious circumstances.
Right. We don't know what happened to those guys.
What if they're planning something nefarious?
What if this black powder is going to be used for something we don't know about?
And then there's the yellow fur alien.
Right.
I mean, it's not fair to just leave him to rot in a prison.
No.
But what if he is dangerous?
What if he really did sabotage their ship?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really tricky situation.
Yeah, it is.
And there's another thing.
Okay.
The analysis of their communication mentions that they've been keeping their presence here on Earth a secret for years.
That's right.
Why?
Yeah. Why so secretive?
If their intentions are good, why not just come out and say hello?
Yeah.
It's just more evidence that maybe they're not as friendly as they seem.
Okay. And then there's this whole thing about the yellow fur alien.
Right.
I mean, is it really justified to treat him the way they did?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, just because they suspect him of something doesn't mean they can torture him.
Right. It's not really very ethical.
It's not.
And you know what else is interesting?
What's that?
The analysis mentions a possible connection between the lyrics of their national song.
Their national song. Oh, yeah.
And the yellow fur alien situation.
Oh, really? What is?
So they had these phrases in their song like puffed away, hiding out, and a silent sigh.
Mm.
And those could be references to the yellow fur alien.
Wow. So they're basically singing about their mistreatment of this alien.
That's possible. Yeah.
That's really creepy.
It is creepy.
And speaking of their national song,
yeah,
they actually included the whole thing in their communication.
The whole thing?
The whole thing. 5 hours of it.
5 hours.
5 hours. I mean, that's a long song.
Yeah.
But they did give us some excerpts of the lyrics.
Okay.
And some of the lines are pretty telling.
What'd they say?
Well, one of them is, orange, the color of home. And another one is, no yellow threats will shade our glow.
That sounds a little bit prejudiced.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, they're really emphasizing their own identity.
Right.
And they're seeing anything yellow as a threat.
Which is not a good sign for our yellow-furred friend.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And the prompt that you gave us describes their national anthem as this very futuristic and powerful sounding music.
Right.
So it sounds like they see themselves as this very advanced and unified civilization.
Right. Very powerful and important.
Exactly.
But then alongside that, you also gave us these strange images of oranges with problems.
What do you mean?
Like oranges dissolving in water.
Okay.
Oranges with oil slick residue on them.
Right.
Oranges being stepped on with toothpicks. Powdered cheese puff in a bag.
Powdered cheese puff?
Yeah, like a cheese puff, but orange.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but it was in the prompt.
Okay.
A branch rammed up an orange's back.
Okay.
An orange being eaten by an animal. An orange being swung into a wall and crushed.
Right.
An orange enters as orange pop and marmalade.
What is going on here?
I don't know. It's a very strange imagery.
It is.
And it's not really clear what it means.
No, but it definitely adds to the mystery.
Yeah.
And it suggests that there are aspects of their culture that we just don't understand.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try to wrap this up.
Okay.
Let's summarize what we know.
Yeah.
We have a crashed alien spacecraft.
Yeah.
Due to a self-admitted design flaw.
Right.
They need black powder to get off the ground.
That's right.
We have a yellow fur alien who they say sabotaged their ship.
Uh-huh.
They tortured him.
Yeah.
And now he's your problem.
Okay.
Their story keeps changing.
Right.
And we don't know what their real intentions are.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a real mess.
And you're in the middle of it.
I am.
So what are you going to do?
That's the $1,000,000 question.
It is.
Do I give them the black powder?
Do you trust them?
Do I trust them?
What about the yellow fur alien?
What about him? What do I do with him?
Yeah.
These are huge questions.
They are.
And there's no easy answers.
No easy answers, no.
But hopefully this deep dive has given you some things to think about.
Yeah, hopefully you have a little bit more information now than you did before.
Absolutely.
And you can make an informed decision.
Right. Because the choices you make here could have serious consequences.
I could.
For you.
Yeah.
For the Orange League.
For the yellow fur alien.
For all of us.
So good luck.
Thanks. I'm going to need it.
I think we all are.
Yeah.
This is a really wild situation.
It is.
And it's not over yet.
Not by a long shot.
Well, until next time.
See you then.
Stay safe out there.
You too.